What is up, YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. Panda here. Today we are playing a Watcher of Realms. Now, in my last video, or one of my last videos, I've made quite a few recently, I got a comment saying that you guys wanted to see some more gameplay. Of course, I'm going to provide you guys with gameplay. I just wanted to give you a quick look around of my account so you could see kind of what I had access to, and maybe you have a similar roster or somewhere close. You're in this early game, the first 2 weeks, maybe you just got Wrath, for example, or you're about to get him, and it would be nice so you can be like, hey, this guy's got something similar. Well, today we are going to provide you with some gameplay. We are going to dive into some guild boss because I want to see how far I can push my Nightmare 1 clear. I've tested Nightmare 3. I can't quite get to where I want to go. In Nightmare 2, I can 1-key easily, but I want to see just how much damage my team can get on Nightmare 1 because it seems like a fun thing to do. So guys, let's hop right into it. And we are back. Wasn't that a hype little video right there? Guys, thank you so much to the Watcher of Realms dev team for providing some awesome assets to us content creators. Don't you just love Ajax? I wish I could have Ajax on my account. He seems like a lot of fun. Not only is he a pretty good champion, but he just looks so cool. But guys, let's hop right into this fight. So this is the team that we are going to bring here. Obviously, I do have some legendaries. I know you guys maybe don't have these legendaries, but I feel like you'll get at least a little bit of information in this video, as well as being able to kind of see what my account is capable of. We are going to see what this damage number is for a while. I have just been auto-fighting my Nightmare 1 with my old team. At half of these champions I didn't even have when I did that first clear. So I'm just updating it. I want to see what kind of damage numbers we can push. So to give you a little rundown of what we are using here and why we are using them, we'll go ahead and go through it. So first things first, we've got Medon. Medon here is here to heal, right? In Nightmare 1, we maybe don't need Medon, but I want to show you guys the team that I'm working on, the team I'm pushing on in both Nightmare 2 and Nightmare 3, and this is that team. So Medon is there to heal. Her ultimate provides damage reduction to the team while it's active because I do have her at A1, which helps a lot with handling those big AoEs that the boss will do. Then we have Mari here. I think you guys are probably pretty familiar with Mari. She provides a great amount of damage increase basically by putting that vulnerability to both physical and magical damage onto any slowed target, and you can slow the boss. Definitely lots of content out there about Mari and how to use her. You'll be able to see her in action here. Then we've got Vortex, of course. Vortex is one of the best healers, probably the best, I mean, definitely the best epic healer, I would say. Maybe Hollow is kind of in there as a good support as well, but Vortex definitely one of the top ones. He is going to be here to provide some shields and some heals for the team. He's also wearing an Orb of Euphoria, which will provide my team with attack speed, giving us that little bit of extra damage, which is awesome. Then, of course, we have the standard Dolores with Ancestral Teachings for tons of attack to provide us with some crazy damage numbers and attack stat. Really awesome. Zealatu is great, of course, as well. She is, I believe everyone calls her the Guild Boss Queen. She does an insane amount of damage in the Guild Boss. We love her. And so she's going to be our upfront fighter because if you place her in that front line, she actually is considered blocking the boss. And so her basic gets that extra, I think, 20% damage, which is really, really nice. Then we've got Setram. He is the shield breaker. He does tons of damage to the shield. And it's great because he makes it so you can destroy that shield real quickly, get into that damage increase phase after the shield breaks. We love that. We've got Hotsoot. she's not great here, guys. She's good. She does decent damage. She's mainly just here for a couple reasons. One, when I get Wrath tomorrow, she is a Nightmare unit, which means she's going to provide my team with more attack speed. That is the main reason that she is here. However, she's also 6-star with some really good gear, so she's actually going to do a decent chunk of damage for me. This will get swapped out at a later date once I have a better option, right? Once I get someone better, she'll get swapped out. Then, of course, we have the king himself, Mr. Deimos. He is a 0, so he does not have the really awesome A5 ability of defense penetration, but he is still going to do some pretty good damage, so we are bringing him in as well. Komodo is here. He's not built. He does apply bleed, but we're not using him. He is just here, again, because once we get Wrath, we're going to be swapping this Dagna out here for Wrath, and that is going to provide us with that Nightmare Lord. And so having 4 Nightmare Champions, even if we drop Komodo and remove him, is going to give us, I believe it's like 20 or 25% attack speed, something like that, which is going to help a ton with our Deimos' damage. So, guys, let's go ahead and dive right in. I will do my best to kind of explain why I'm placing certain people certain places, and we will go from there. So we're going to run this on ×1 speed to start, and we are going to set our Zeala 2 first. Then we're going to set our Setram. Then we are going to set our Hatsut. Then we are going to set our Deimos. Then we are going to set our Mari. Then our Dolores. Then our Amidon, and finally our Vortex. Now, this is the reason why I place these in these places, right? Zeala 2 needs to be in that front row to be considered blocking the boss. Deimos can hit the boss from that second line. That's great. Dolores goes in that slot because she can hit everybody with her attack boost, which is fantastic. Hatsut gets placed in this spot specifically so that she can ult. She can't ult from pretty much any location other than the Dolores spot, which of course we don't want to put her in that Dolores spot. Then we have Mari in that second row because we don't want to put her in that first row because Hatsut needs to ult. Setram goes in that back left corner because he has very long range, and then the other two, the healers, are there because they are able to do some really good healing from that location. So now we are going to pop all of our ultimates, and we're going to go ahead and pop to 2x speed. We pop our ultimate on Setram and Zeala 2 a little bit early for a couple reasons. The first reason is Setram takes forever to get into his animation, and so because of that, you want him to be shooting for the entire duration of that shield, and preferably with that Dolores buff, and so you need to line things up a little bit better. We're going to go ahead and pop our Amidon ultimate. That gives us damage reduction and will heal us up right afterwards. And get us in a good spot, and then we're going to go ahead and pop our Vortex right there, and then we're going to pop all of our ultimates again. You can see our Setram and our Zeala 2 are a little slow. We need a little more rage regen and or attack speed in order to get this damage up a little bit more to get these to line up perfectly, but it is still in a pretty good spot. It's only happening a little bit after. The third shield will probably be a little bit rough. We'll definitely still break it, because I break the third shield, almost break the third shield on Nightmare 3. We're going to just barely miss this, but we'll heal up right afterwards. Alrighty. Bring us back up to full health here. We should be okay here. We still have some heals coming in, and then we're going to go ahead and pop our Setram and everything going on, and our Deimos, and here comes Zeala 2. We're going to get big damage here. And then now that we're out of this phase, we're pretty much just going to pop everything kind of as it comes. This is kind of what's working the most for me right now. It doesn't mean it's going to work for you guys, but this works for me, right? It gets me through all 3 shields, and it gets me decent numbers as well. We'll go ahead and pop this. We have a Amidon ultimate for the next Meteorite Impact. We'll pop Deimos. This. We're not going to get another ultimate on Setram or Zeala 2, but we should get some good damage. All right, that looked like 4686, so almost 4700 blood. Let's go ahead and see what our total was there. 4686, I did see that correctly. pretty good, I would say. Definitely excited about that. And let's check out these numbers. So we should see Setrum on top, absolutely. Deimos in that second slot, then Zilatu and Hotsud, and then of course very negligible number from Mari. She's just there to debuff. Some decent heals here from Midon and Vortex. But this is pretty much what we kind of expect. I know that Zilatu will deal a lot more damage when I get Wrath. Same with Deimos, so I think Setrum will probably end up being my third highest damage, maybe second. I'm not quite sure. We'll see what happens. We're gonna get Wrath tomorrow, so we'll probably do another update video of what this team looks like once I get Wrath build out and I get that kind of on lock. I will definitely, provided I'm not working, be streaming tomorrow, so you can go ahead and come check out. The link to my Twitch is in the description. I'll be streaming. I'll be getting Wrath and building him tomorrow night on stream, so you guys will be able to check that out. That should be a lot of fun, and we'll probably, if we can get him built up and ready to go, we will probably do some guild boss and kind of see what that looks like with a Nightmare Lord, because it is probably a completely different process that I'm not 100% versed in. So if you guys are familiar with how that works and you want to help me out, that would be appreciative. We will be streaming, we'll be able to check it out, and I think it will be a lot of fun. But guys, that is it for me today. I hope you enjoyed this this guild boss fight. You know, it was a lot of fun for me. I am excited to see myself. Look at that, 57% of the boss there. Squatchy here beating me at that 71%. Pretty typical. Look at this A5 Wrath and Salazar, so lucky. But anyways, guys, that is going to be it for me today. I hope you guys enjoyed this one, and I will see you in the next one. Peace.